Thank you for checking out Isaac's Knives and Knowledge. Here we're looking at a budget-minded fixed blade knife. This is from Dispatch Knives. It's a survival knife, as they call it. We got a plastic sheath, a plastic molded handle that has kind of a rubber texturized grip to it, and kind of like a stacked K-bar type look. Pretty cool Tanto blade shape. It's a 7-inch blade, 12.2 inches overall, manufactured in China. Here we got a guard that kind of looks like a bayonet lug. However, I am not sure this would actually hook onto the bayonet. The sheath itself offers no retention, as you can see it just slide out there, but that's okay because it comes with nylon straps. Now, this knife did come relatively dull, but I sharpened it up a little bit and it took an edge relatively quickly. As you can see here, going through some paracord with relative ease on different parts of the edge, including that Tanto tip. And it pushes through pretty good. So we're going to move on to seatbelt type nylon strap. And what, did that just fly through there? Well, yes it did. So sharpen this thing up. It should be good to do some cutting for you. And it pushes through as well with just a little bit of pressure. So we'll move on to some 3/8 of an inch thick rope, and man, it went right through there. Right through. So I was satisfied for that, and we're going to move on here to some batoning. Now, I was pretty hesitant to see if I wanted to actually do any batoning with this knife because I have no idea what the tang is like on this, and the handle doesn't feel very sturdy. But as you can see in the video here, it is going to survive a few whacks on the spine with doing some light batoning. I would not recommend splitting really thick logs with this knife. I do not think this knife could take it. All right, so there we go. Thank you for checking out this video on this budget Tanto fixed blade from Dispatch Knives. It's a cool kind of knife to have in your collection. This is not a knife personally that I would carry on hikes or camp trips. I don't know, the sheath doesn't lock. As you saw, the blade fell out. This just isn't one that I would rely on in an outdoor or combat situation. Now, to have fun with around the house like we were just kind of doing, it'll get the job done. So this did have 2 Velcro straps on here, but I accidentally cut the top one off. It was stitched in up here, but that left a really small belt loop here. I don't have a wide belt, but I kind of doubted my belt would fit in, so I stuck my pocket knife in here and sliced up to open this up all the way, inadvertently removing the stitching for the top Velcro piece. However, it doesn't really need to. I mean, this bottom one holds the blade in just fine. But as I mentioned, a minute ago, without that, there's no retention in this sheath. Now the blade, I think 7.5 inches long. It's very thin stock. This knife came very dull. I had to sharpen this, but it did sharpen up nicely. The steel type on this is not named on the Dispatch website, so it just says stainless steel. So you don't have to worry about rust and such, or too much anyway. But it did sharpen up nice. As you see, it went through the rope relatively easily. I didn't spend a whole lot of time on the edge, but it's just one of those knives. It just looks kind of neat. So if you're looking for a neat looking, still relatively affordable knife to have in your collection, maybe check out this Tanto from Dispatch Knives. That's it for this video. We'll see you on the next one.